Leah, you have your gun trained on Loretta Levon. She's staring at you, eyes wide, looking down the barrel of that gun. The doctor that you shot his leg off, he just sort of moans, and he's unconscious, it seems. You smell blood, like lots of blood. The guy's gonna bleed out. You know those kinds of wounds. He's gonna die if he doesn't get attention. My daughter, put down the weapon. As Lady Callie, somehow you know this is her. Lady Callie Shaqui.
You know, I actually came here for Miss Levon, but, well, you interest me far more now. This one, I think, is perhaps how should I put this? A hoity-toity bitch who is a little out of her depth. But you, oh, I know the eyes of a killer when I see them. I'm willing to lay my life down here in this scenario. Can you say the same?
You hear him start chuckling this guttural laughter. And something odd, Loretta Levon cracks a smile and just kind of giggles in an annoying way. You feel yourself literally lifted off the ground, like almost like in a cartoon. You hear the rushing of the wind as you are slammed into the refrigerator. He has used you like a baseball bat against the fridge. It's dented with your shoulder and your head. Wham! As you feel yourself like jarred, of course. He has slammed you once as he says, "I told you," boom! Hits you again. Okay. Attack. As you drop breath, steeling yourself, you realize he's not done as he puts you into the fridge. Closes it. They all make a sandwich and leave. No, I'm kidding. Let you sit on that for a second as we move back to the guys. World action. It's dark. The wood's splintering. You hear a door bust down the hallway.
We're all concerned, Mariah, about
You're gonna get him a doctor? As she's kind of walking away.
Yeah, we'll get him a doctor. And then I'm gonna say to the guys, I think we should leave.
We'll be back. The tyranny of choice.
Well, I know. Actually, the lobby seems like the best because the guy is right here.
Correct.
So maybe we'll run towards the lobby.
Did too much time in the seminary stacks to run towards the lobby.
Right? As Nord, you see Tony just burn past you and Mariah.
I'm assuming it is a glass door.
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to yell, "Nord, get out of the way."
Okay.
And I will pull out my gun, and as I'm running towards it, I will shoot the glass door. And I'm going to shoot towards the bottom of the door because I don't want to I want to, when it goes through the door, it'll just hit the sidewalk outside. It's not going to be like straight ahead to where it'll shoot out into the street.
Nord, you getting out of the way? Are you moving off to the side? You dropping on the floor? You grabbing Mariah? What are you doing? Throwing her through the glass? What's happening? Simon barrels through this door. The rest of the glass exploding on the outside, scuttlebutting across the parking lot. You're immediately hit with light from 3 p.m. Nord, Mariah, I'm assuming you run out the door. As you have hold of Mariah, and you both duck out of the door before the doors slam and bang against the motel. As you guys find yourselves blinded from the horrible fucking sun.
As I run through the door, I run out to the driver's side.
Yep.
I open up the back door and throw Pally in, slam it, and open up the front door and say, "BB in front," and hop in.
As Mariah is immediately like, okay. As these two dudes, they're just hanging out. Like one just drops his cigarette drops out of his mouth. He's like, whoa, 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 as he backs away and ducks into some bushes. What about the other two of you?
I will jump in the back seat and look out and see if anybody's pursuing us.
Tony?
I will attempt to follow Nord.
All right, you guys get into the back seat. Nord, as you're looking back at the motel, just an eerie darkness on the entrance, but otherwise no movement whatsoever.
Okay.
You
And
know,
I pill out.
whoa. Shouldn't we see if they're gonna follow us or something? Maybe.
No, because we've caused a scene. There will be police here soon. We
Sure.
need to get out of here.
And we
As-
totally abducted this guy.
So he's got like just this gnarly bludgeoned face on his cheek, some blood out of his nose from like the sinus bleeding. He kind of rolls over and looks at you, Nord. Who are you?
Should we drop this guy off somewhere, or do we need to keep him with us for the
Oh.
duration until the party?
Zaggy,
I'm gonna head towards the fancy, but
I was
no,
gonna say let's not say that out loud because now this guy knows that this is where we're going.
well, he's staying with us. He tried to force us in there. We need to ask him questions.
or threatening.
He seems hurt.
Is he?
He's like a
seems hurt.
70-year-old man who has a bludgeoned face. Does that sound familiar?
I'm gonna give him some
Oh.
pain pills. Why did you try to shut us in this room
What?
at the hotel?
I was coming to tell you. Oh. As you
What
see him
were
kind of
you-
like passing out.
Tell us
And
what.
Slap him once and wake him up.
wake up.
Ah! What?
you have some-
Huh? Yeah, Mariah is up front as she looks over at you, seeing the three in the back. And she goes, "So what's going on with my dad?"
Guys, do you think we should go to the fancy where we were supposed to meet an
Yeah.
hour from now, or should
Yeah.
we just head
Oh,
over?
absolutely.
Or should we head over to
The Buttes.
the Butte's house?
Buttes? Well,
Simon,
We-
you
we-
look in the
we've
rearview
not-
mirror, and you see Tony and Nord doling out like these drugs, like kind of arguing over it with the dude in the middle of them.
yeah, I know which one I want to use now, but go ahead.
Well, no, go on. Do the role play first, and then we'll get to
Do you
that.
want to? Because we said we'd meet at the fancy at 4, but
Yeah.
we know that that's where she went. We could try to see if she's still there, or do we want to go wait for her?
I mean, knowing her, she's probably got into some kind of trouble, and
Because all you need,
we've
he's been
been-
cussed. What are you telling?
yeah, we've been following along what you've been up to for a while, so we can give you a plea deal,
What
or
is that plea? What?
yeah, or we're gonna have to put you in prison.
Prison? I can't go to prison again. It's a young man's game.
Where are they going tonight?
What?
Where are you taking them?
As he kind of like blinks at you. I mean, I was gonna go home and get some dinner. Are you all really FBI agents?
Yeah, we're all FBI. We've been following this ring that is killing children. You know about that, right?
Oh yeah.
What do you know about? Have you? Has anybody asked about?
Everyone make a reaction roll. As Nord, as you're sitting there over him, and he's kind of looking around, suddenly his eyes focus and turn black.
Oh shit!
He grabs you and in a deep guttural voice says, "Something in a language you don't understand and yet still do." as you hear the chanting of Erishkaga Narevelo, as he says, all will return to the deep. As perhaps, Simon, you didn't see something in the road. You don't know. But your Buick goes clank and throws the wheel hard to the left.
In
You got goddamn Dirk. Killing knife. Yeah.
It's just in there, and I'm gonna stab him in the
and what do you bid?
stomach. I'm gonna bid the dirk itself.
Damage. As you hear the sickening crunch of probably his spine as you stick right through him, as he jerks wildly and then just dies on your shoulder, Tony. Blood coming out of his mouth, shit, piss everywhere. He dies immediately. You smell it. Mariah goes, oh my god! As the runes alight on the dirt. You can see them burning inside this guy's body, Tony and Nord. What were we going to say, Tony?
I begin administering last rites.
Fuck yeah, what do you bid?
Priest.
His bid priest is Tony's like, hey, there's a sizzling sound, Nord, as you see the area like cooking. And you see his body kind of like jerk and his arm jerk up and start to inflate a little bit and heat radiating off of his body. So that's the world action.
I think we get him, throw him, we drop him.
Player
Tony,
turn. What do you guys do?
You want to help me throw him out of the car, Tony?
Casually, hey, you want to throw this guy out of the car?
You're interrupting something very important here, but yes, let's do this.
Mariah turns. Simon! She turns to you. Nord stabbed him. She turns back. He's blowing up. You look in the rearview mirror. He's like, oh.
I'm gonna get off the main roads and start going down alleyways.
Yeah, this is imminent. So I'm gonna give you guys 4 seconds. What do you do? Because he's gonna blow up in your car. Yep, Simon's.
Let's throw him out of the car. I'm gonna toss him out. I'm gonna bid.
Bid toss him out.
Toss him out. Burning.
As Simon.
It's just an alleyway. Like
you have this alley. It's like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle alley. There's like a dumpster. You know, everything's dark. There's like a manhole that has steam coming out. As you guys pull up, there's some thugs down the street. They kind of look. Some homeless people, you know, warming themselves by one of the barrel fires. It's like he's boiled from the inside.
Nord, what did you do?
I didn't do anything. This guy was attacking me. I was self-defense.
Get back
So
in.
you did that, but then
You
what?
guys are on in this alleyway arguing about it with this dead guy.
Is he gonna explode?
Get in the car.
All right, we don't have a choice.
Yeah, I guess we should take this guy with us now that he's not gonna explode.
No, get in the car.
Without the guy.
He's just like.
All right, we'll just leave the guy there. He's fine.
You hear the thugs. What the fuck? From down the street. What are you guys doing? The action's on you.
Action's on Simon. We got in the car.
They're in the car.
Got in the car.
Hit it. Let's get out of here.
Now I'll drive. After this, I'm making a judgment call. We're gonna go try and get Leah.
Speaking of Leah,
Slightly look over in Loretta Levon's direction. How are you feeling, Miss Levon?
what'd you do to me? Lady Cowley says,
It is such a
"Go on."
potent drug. I hope I got your weight right. You're about 140, aren't you?
Why don't you drop that gun?
Now, why would I do that?
I'm not going to ask you again.
Oh. You don't smell it yet, do you?
He just kind of raises an eyebrow.
It's okay. Give it a second. You'll smell it.
There's a pause. Lady Callie, you hear her voice. You can't really see her because this guy is in your way. And you're also on the floor next to the refrigerator. And the range. Child, don't be a fool.
And what am I being foolish about exactly?
You see this guy kind of smile. They never learn. Never learn. So, why'd you come here?
Why? Oh, to stop you, of course.
I
know all about the elixir you're trying to make.
You see his eyebrow raise over his sunglasses as he turns around, looking at Loretta Levon, who's still coughing. She's got all the nightshade like in her face. As she looks up at him, and you know for a fact she has no clue what you're talking about. He doesn't. Like this guy, you see, he's obviously in on whatever it is they're in on, but he's a goon, the Commandant. Loretta Levon looking at the Commandant, and then it dawns on her. You see recognition. What do you know of Grimwald? As she kind of takes a step towards you, and she's got the knife out. Also, the odor of gas is, natural gas is becoming quite heavy.
Why don't you tell me? Where are you having this little party tonight?
The masquerade?
Sure.
Of course. The blue note. Beneath the hideaway. As you see her kind of like question why she told you that. The Commandant looks at her.
Annabelle's not home, right? And the girl you all kidnapped, is she already at the club?
Oh, Gabriella? She got away.
Yeah.
The Commandant
that's-
looks back over at her. Why are you telling her this?
So, who all else are you? I'm assuming you guys got the replacement.
You see a twisted smile on her face. Well, we were going to use your daughter.
At that,
She just
actually,
smiles.
Leah, that actually, Leah might. Her jovial expression might drop for a second, and she'll just get like a deadly, piercing glare.
What a sad thing to grow up in the world without a mother or a father. As in this moment you realize somehow Marcus is tied to this. Outside, you guys pull up to the buttes.
She didn't park very close.
Well, if you're trying to sneak up, probably what she did.
I'm
no,
guessing
what'd she
that's
do?
Exactly,
What'd she
exactly
do?
what she did. She's probably in there protecting you, Mariah.
She kind of looks over her. She turns around. She doesn't have her seatbelt on. It's the 80s. She turns around. Her knees are in the seat, and she looks back at you with this like just face scrunched up. Oh, come on. She's doing this for herself. She sits back down in a huff. And from this window, you see this shadowy person, which you don't know is Lady Callie, but out of game, you know it's her. You can just see her silhouette with like the reflection and such standing next to the fireplace that has a fire in it, by the way. By the way. So everybody knows.
Somebody needs
Oh,
to
I'm
watch
going
it.
in. If my mom's in there, I'm going in. She pops out of the car and
Well,
walks up to the door.
Just hang behind us. We've been through a lot. Remember when they
she
were all
turns
sick in
around.
the hotel? These guys could be sick like that.
She turns around. Look, I'm going to go get my mom.
When did I become Mariah's babysitter? Why is this happening?
Nord
Come on,
turns
son.
around.
Long at this rate.
I'm gonna say, I don't know what's going to happen right now, but if you know of any good hiding places around here,
Why
because
do we
I
need to
presume
hide?
you've played here. Well,
It's
you
just
never know.
Annabelle's house. You guys are so paranoid.
We've been through a lot these last couple of days, and you know how all the doors were banging. Like a lot of people are sick. It's like some weird virus, I guess. That's
Nord,
going
you just
around.
killed someone. You just stabbed someone to death.
I mean, I'm clearly sick too. So the best thing you can do sometimes is just to let the adults be insane and, do everything you can to just
All right, what do you
make
bid?
sure that nobody sees you. I'm gonna bid altruist because I care about her.
As you bid that, she huffs. Fine, and she goes back to the Buick, looks around. I'm gonna go
Not in the car.
She rolls her eyes again. Fine, I'll go to the back. There's a few hiding seek places that we go on the cemetery. Is that safe enough?
Yeah, and if you see, the only people you can trust are your mom and maybe Simon, possibly me, and Tony if he's not reading anything. So
She looks at Tony. Fine. As you see her kind of scuttle or jog into the forest. Whee! Into the door.
I kick it.
You kick it.
I'm
You kick it.
like, yeah.
We're gonna say because you're absolutely surprising this guy. It bounces off his face. His glasses break in half. His nose explodes as he kind of stumbles back. This guy's like an oak, though, as the glasses fall off like Agent Smith. He's already staring at you. He takes the door and throws it back. So much so, like you hear the hinge bust, like one of the hinges. This big wooden fucking door. As this dude is really strong, and he reaches a tree trunk arm out to grab you by the throat, Simon.
I'm going to do like the kind of the football maneuver where I duck down and I go into them to try and like lift them up and throw them down.
As Tony, you have your beads, your rosary out, just holding it.
She's to my right. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm kicking the knife out of the way with my right leg.
Yep.
But also just enough that it's gonna miss me, but still keep her in the momentum that she already established. And I'm going to temporarily let go of the gun, and as she's coming down on, falling on me essentially, I'm going to reach up and attempt to grab her by the throat.
As you grab her by the throat, she's like, "Oh!"
And I'm going to ask her, what did you all do to Cloyce?
I see Simon.
You see that, and then you see a ninja kick, and this knife into the ceiling.
Oh yeah.
Now you see where Leah is.
Leah as well.
She's on the ground. She looks fucked up. Yeah, you smell tons of gas, and you see the fire, and like it like zooms in like Alfred Hitchcock style into the fire, into the oven with it on. And Leah looks incredibly injured.
So he is going to completely obsess about he smells the gas. His obsession is getting her out of the building as fast as possible.
So you get over to her
and like pick her up and start dragging her towards an exit.
The commandant says, "You think you have me? I have you." As he stands up, Simon, he makes you freeze. Are you frozen? No. As he grabs you, you got him around the waist. He grabs you, your head, and pushes his thumbs into your eyeballs.
Oh, okay.
I will aid.
All right, as Tony, you run up. How do you aid? You see this guy trying to make Simon's face a bowling ball.
I take out my club that I just used to hit Marcus.
You get the rosary in one hand and the club in the other.
Oh yeah.
Loretta Levon chokes, having heard Leah talk about the gas, Leah, you'll see her turn off the gas. She turns, "What are you, fucking crazy?" She says, Nord, as she does, you see Loretta Levon has this blue purple dust all over. Like these the bruises of Leah's handprint on her throat. Her hair's all over the place. She's in a dress that's been rolled around. She looks insane. As Lady Callie is standing in front of the hearth, still motionless, she's holding her cane, just watching you all. As this being the antagonist's turn after cunning, she calmly steps over the guy who's potentially dead. By the way, there's a doctor-looking dude who's bled out on the floor. She steps over him and calmly walks down the hallway and out the back door.
I'm going to hit the commandant with my slapjack.
As he gets hit square in the face, and he just kind of shakes it off. He looks like it hurt, but this guy's tough as fuck.
I will take a swing at him.
You baton him.
Leah will pull the pistol out of her pocket and walk over to the commandant and crouch down and pull the trigger.
I think Nord realizing that he told Mariah to go to the backyard may run to the backyard. He didn't like that lady.
Go ahead
And he just
down.
for some reason had like a bad feeling about her, and then realized that he told Mariah to like run in the backyard, and like suddenly felt very stupid.
As she puts one in this dude's brain, boom, all over the couch.
So I walk into a building that is yet again about to about to explode, and yet again, because I know what time it is, I walk out.
I'm gonna follow Nord
Yep.
because I know that he's going after Mariah. So
As you run out to the back, open the door and shut it. Leah, you get to this door. It's this heavy door, maybe to a pantry or something. There's a little cutaway where glass would be, but it's actually like two little bars. As you look in, you see in here it's stone, and there's a doorway that has stairs leading down in a little spirally, castle-y looking thing into the earth. You see Loretta Levon descending the stairs. As she turns and sees you, she spits in your general direction and then farts and then continues going.
Leah at this point will, because I heard her lock the door, so I'll just put the pistol to the lock and pull the trigger.
You guys hear a gunshot. Tony, you get out front. You see across the way the swishy pants woman talking to a couple cops. As you hear BAM, and they all look at you.
Yes.
What do you do?
I duck again. Once again. Yeah. And then I say I think I say to myself, glad I don't smoke.
So they see you and you just go and duck behind the cars.
Yeah.
All right. Nord, you walk out first. It's quiet. Completely different out here than in the house or in the front. It's like it's twilight out here at all times. The canopy's so thick. There's a little bit of a fog. It's creepy. You see the statue has half of its head blown off. And you see this woman in a white dress, and she's almost luminescent. It reminds Nord of what he saw on Belle Island. And a little girl is walking towards her. As the door behind you, Simon walks out.
Is it Mariah or is it just a little girl?
It looks like a little girl. Can't tell, they're in the fog.
She's taking her. And I'm going to run as fast
the
as I
fog?
can into the fog.
You grab her, you grab Mariah, I'll get her. And I will take off into the fog as well, headed towards the lady.
Keeping up with each other, although Nord has the long legs. You get into the fog, it's cold. You start hearing voices. As you look around, still going forward, of course, tunnel vision style, but you can see shadows of teenage girls, every so often a guy. You can't really make out their features. Some of them are missing limbs and such in the fog all around you. As you see the girl get closer and closer to Lady Callie, almost touching hands, as you see who she is, and it is Gabriella. That's where we're going to end.